Hey, welcome back, and thanks for watching yet another one of my videos. And today I'd like to talk to you about another USB microphone. This time it's from Vivitar, and this is the microphone. This is the Vivitar Creator Series Studio microphone. And yes, it is a USB microphone. Inside the box, of course, you get the microphone. It's already attached to the stand. And you get a nice little cable, and I would say it's probably about a good 4 feet in length. And on one end, it's USB Type C and a USB Type A on the other end. Now, you do get a couple different buttons on here. This clear one here, which also acts as an indicator light. That's how you change lights in here. Yes, it does have RGB lights in it. And you get all these other ones here. Of course, one is for your gain, your headphone, and yes, it actually has reverb in it. But also this button here, it depresses so you can have a noise gate turned on or turned off. Now it is a cardioid pattern microphone. In here is where all the RGB lights is. It does have a mute function. There's actually two buttons for the mute. But I would highly recommend you just stick with the top one because it's touch and it doesn't make a noise. The other one is down here and it makes a nice little noise, and you'll hear that in a moment. And of course, it's USB Type C, and that's pretty much it. I tried looking for more specs, like what's the frequency response. I didn't get that. And even on the box, they don't even mention it anywhere in here. You do get like this little pamphlet here. This was really just more like safety precautions, what's in the box type of a thing. And then you get this, which tells you a little bit how to set it up and what the buttons do and all that. And nothing on here tells you like what the frequency response is. So I don't know if it's a 2020 microphone, meaning 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, or what. I don't know any of that. I don't know the sample rate or anything. It's 40 bucks, and I got this off of Walmart's website. Now, that's a store here in the States. It's called Walmart, Walmart. And it was 40 bucks. And I was like, you know what? Let's see how good this microphone really is for 40 bucks. And I got it. I mean, I kind of like the looks of it and everything. It's all pretty much plastic, including the stand. There's probably a metal plate down here, and I just like the look of it. So I was like, okay, I'll get it and test it out. Well, that's pretty much it, like about the specs. So let me stop the video now and then let you hear this microphone in action. Okay, so right now you are hearing the Vivitar Creator Series USB microphone in action. I got the light turned on to green right here because, well, green's my favorite color. And I got the gain, I guess, turned up all the way. There's no indication of volume on this, meaning, once again, it has an infinite spin knob in here, meaning it doesn't stop when you go all the way up or all the way down. And there's no flashing lights that so far that I noticed to let you know when you're up all the way or all the way down. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm going to pick it up. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the lights. As you can see, it's green. You push that clear button. And as you can see, you can go from green to blue, kind of like a teal or an aqua color, kind of like a yellowish green color, a purple, and then on this setting it's gonna slowly go through all the colors, and of course you could shut it off. If you notice right there, the blue light, that lets you know everything is active. Now if I were to tap the top, as you've seen, this light turned red, and the LED light inside the grill here will turn red when it's muted. Now, if I press and hold this button, which is the gain knob, a little light will shine inside this clear piece, as you see. And that's the noise canceling function. And I think it's more, well, let me turn it this way. I think it's more of a noise gate as opposed to noise canceling, and it's kind of aggressive. When I'm talking, when I'm all my test videos, because by the way, I'm probably about a good 13 to maybe 14 inches away from the microphone with the gain turned up all the way. In all my test videos, when I stop talking, you can hear it shut off. And then when I start talking, you can hear it come on, but the beginning words of my sentences sounds a little funky when it's coming on. So I think it's more of a noise gate compared to a noise canceling function. So I'm going to I'm going to stay quiet, and I'm going to turn the volume knob all the way down, all the way up type of a thing. So you can hear the noise that comes from this knob. Okay, I hope it's turned up all the way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with the reverb. It's currently off, and you can slowly turn the reverb up, and right now the reverb is up all the way, and that's what gets me, because that's probably annoying. Let me turn this down and off. Because the reverb knob actually stops when it's all the way down and all the way up, meaning you can't turn it anymore. Same thing with the headphone volume. You can turn that up and it'll stop. You can turn it down and it'll stop. But the gain function or the volume of the microphone stays the same, or it just keeps spinning, and you have no visual indication. Hold on, I'm going to turn the noise canceling off. Okay. So with the volume or the gain knob, it doesn't stop. It just keeps spinning. So, and there's no flashing lights or anything to tell you when you're all the way up or all the way down. And that was a big, huge mistake by Vivitar. The other thing about this microphone I noticed is it's very sensitive to noise. There's no like, what do I want to call it? Every time you touch it, it's going to make a noise. I mean, and it's very, very sensitive for that. There's no internal shock mount on this microphone. So the best thing I can say is if you do get this microphone, have it set up where you want it and just don't touch it. Don't try to touch your desk or anything else. But right now, that's it for the test part of this video, to show you this in action. And the other reason why, well, let me switch. I'm going to stay quiet, and I'm going to switch to colors. As you can see, it's green. And I'm just going to stay quiet and press the button. And I'm just going to leave it right where it's at. So I'm going to also press the noise canceling button again. And there you go. That's what it sounds like. And I'm going to stay quiet so you can hear if there's any noise coming through. All right, now let me shut the gain or the noise canceling off. I'm going to stay quiet so you can see if any noise is coming through. And well, that's pretty much it. So let's get back to the review. Let me finish up and tell you what I think of this microphone. I'll be right back. Okay, so I hope the test video was good for you. And yes, I'm not wearing a lapel microphone because I wanted you to hear what the audio comes like what the audio is like from built-in microphones from a laptop compared to having a USB type microphone. So what do I think of the Vivitar Creator Series microphone? Well, first of all, I do like the looks of it. I'm not going to lie. I do like the looks of it. I do like how the lights are on, the touch sensitive mute function. But there's some things in here that I don't like. And by the way, I did forget to mention on the bottom is where you plug in the USB-C cable, and there's your headphone jack. The latency for the headphone jack, I did notice a very slight latency. Okay, meaning, well, if you know what latency is, you know what it is. There's a slight delay in there, let's say. Very, very slight. I mean, I like the microphone. It has a pretty good sound to it. Not as deep or as warm as I would like it to be, but it still does, to me, sound better than having the built-in microphones of a laptop. The biggest part about this microphone that, well, there's two that I don't like. Number one is the gain knob. I wish it would stop when it's all the way up and all the way down. I mean, in some other microphones, at least when you're turning up the gain all the way, a light will flash, or it might even change color to let you know when you're turned up all the way or turn all the way down. This doesn't do that, and I really don't like that. Also, the knobs are kind of small, so like big old fingers like mine, it's kind of hard to get in there on the fly to kind of do it. The other, and this is a little bit bigger problem, is there's no internal shock mount to help reduce a lot of the handling noise. So if you wanted to pick it up and move it, people are going to hear you fumbling around with the microphone. If you're turning the volume up and down, people are going to hear that. They're going to hear all the handling noises and vibrations coming through into the microphone. So Vivitar, if you happen to be watching this video, I kind of doubt it, but this isn't that bad of a microphone. I would, put a internal and shock mount inside to help reduce a lot of the handling noises. Also, make this knob here stop when you turn it all the way up and turn it all the way down. By the way, personally, I don't care for the reverb. If you get rid of the reverb and turn this button here into the noise canceling knob, that would be even better. Also, with the noise canceling function, I think it's more of a noise gate than a noise canceling function. What do I mean by that? With active noise canceling, it's almost seamless when I'm talking, and the microphone with its little program and whatever else it does inside, it gets rid of the background noise. A noise gate, as soon as what happens is when it senses that there's no audio or no sound, it basically kind of auto mutes. And then when it hears sound, it shuts the auto mute off. That's kind of like what a noise gate does. So if you can turn this into the noise gate and have the gain knob stop, whether it's all the way up or all the way down, I think you'll probably have a really, really good microphone here. And with the noise gate, don't make it so aggressive. I mean, you can hear it easily through test video when I was talking. Sometimes I get a little loud and a little quiet when I'm explaining something, and you can hear that noise gate going, and it's just a little bit too aggressive. So Vivitar, if you can kind of adjust that a little bit, that'll be fantastic. Right now, what would my recommendation be for the Vivitar Creator Series USB microphone? Well, if you're in a pinch, I would say grab it. When I ordered it, it only took 2 days for this to get to my house. But there are other mics around the same price point, which is about $40, that are out there that perform actually a little bit better than this one. And Not sound wise, not the sound profile. I do like the sound profile from this, but like the handling noise. Um, they don't like the JLab Go Talk microphone. I just that I'm doing. Let me kind of show you this. I'm actually kind of testing this one out around the same price point, but when I'm handling it, you really don't hear the handling noise as much as you would with this one. If anything, Vivitar, at least try to get a shock mount inside here to get rid of the handling noise, and everything else will be fine. Otherwise, it's not that bad of a microphone. I mean, I do, like I said, I do really do like the looks of this microphone. It's just that if you handle it, if you bump the desk or something, it's going to pick it up. So an internal shock mount would be fantastic for this. The noise gate is a bit aggressive, and I wish you could do something about that to tone it down. And to be honest, some people may like the reverb. I don't. It's more of a gimmicky thing for me on that one. So you can actually eliminate that and maybe just have two different knobs here, make them slightly bigger, and that'll be it. Otherwise, it's not that bad of a microphone in a pinch. Um, like I said, there's plenty of other microphones I reviewed, which I would take over this one. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad mic, but I would take some of the other microphones that I reviewed for you. So if you happen to like this video, give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and do not forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot. Truly it would if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.